Hello everyone and welcome to Ked Bardu, the main hub city of the Dry Steppes, which is one of the main areas for what's going to be Act 3. Off camera, I went ahead and tried to get all the fast travel points in the zone, including the 3 strongholds in this area. If you've been wanting to see some of the strongholds, I apologize for that. There was one in particular that I just kind of want to go ahead and do off camera. It was called, like, the Altar of Rot. It was very, very gross. The thing is, there's only a few strongholds that have some interesting stories to them. Like, obviously, Tur Dolro over here had that interesting story with the Druids and such. But some of the strongholds don't really have a story up front. Some do, but some don't. Now, there are some I kind of would like to show you, like, as we get further into Kyrgyzstan, as well as some of these strongholds do have some interesting stories. So, I'll probably try and show off the strongholds on camera, just so you can see how they're like and what the stories are like. But yeah, that way, what I'm mainly trying to do is unlock all the fast travel points, just to make going around and having the story go a little faster, a little bit better in that regard. So, anyways, I have a little bit of a heads up for you guys before we go ahead and continue. We'll go ahead and, by the way, you'll notice this over here. I progressed to this area over here to unlock the fast travel point. You'll notice that this area is a little bit more red. So, there's a reason for that. This is the... So, out of lore, this is the PvP zone. This is the area where you can go PvP other players. In lore, the actual reason for this is because it's called the Fields of Hatred. The land is steeped in the essence of hatred itself. Seek out the local priest to learn more about the Fields of Hatred. And we'll do that in a moment. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know that my Druid is probably going to be getting stronger within the next few levels. What I mean by that is... So, last night I found a video by another YouTuber who shared a interesting strategy on how to fully take advantage of the Treasure Goblin event we are having right now. And it was basically, if you hop onto a character that is doing Tier 4 Torment stuff, as in they get the sigils here.
Cursed, perhaps?
What you can do is you can be able to use these, and if you make a bunch of them, you can then hopefully get one that has a specific affix. And the affix has to be extra shrines. The idea is that if you get one and you run into a green shrine, and hopefully it's cursed, you then get a bunch of enemies to spawn. Because when you activate a greed shrine during this event, and you hit a bunch of enemies, the more enemies you hit, the more treasure goblins can actually spawn during that shrine effect. So if you run into a greed shrine in the dungeon and it's cursed and you have to take on waves of enemies, you can get a bunch of treasure goblins to spawn. And of course, during this event, the treasure goblins are all dropping the treasure bags as well as the greater treasure bags. What you then can do, if you get this on a character, if you get those bags on a character, they are guaranteed to drop 925 item level gear. And you can stash those bags here in your stash, and then have one of your alts that's lower level open those bags, and then they can be for this character. Now, I can't put them on yet, but look at this. You can put on an ancestral piece of gear at level 55. So when my Druid here gets to level 55, she's going to have a whole bunch of 925 item power pieces of gear to choose from and put on. And once that happens, we can basically breeze through the rest of this. Like, even up to the point where I can get her to tier 4. So let's just say, in a few levels, my Druid's going to be a whole lot stronger. I'll have to, of course, sort out which ones I actually want to use, or salvage and such, but, yeah. In the meantime, before we go talk with Lorath, let's pick up some side quests here in Kedbardu. You seem troubled.
It's my sons, Auden and Kada. They used to work here with me in Kedbardu, but then they got it in their heads to set up a new shop in Girandai. You know how young men get when they're of age. Desperate to prove themselves. If you are headed that way, would you mind checking up on them? The roads are so dangerous these days, and I haven't heard from them in so long.
Don't worry, I'll look into it.
By the way, if you're wanting to also take advantage of even lower level alts, one of the ways you can do that, up here. If you go to the Alchemist,
use the alembic,
and you go to here,
you like.
You can get these, an allowance cache, which contains legendary items from levels 20 to 50. So you can be able to have your alts, your lower level alts, like let's say my rogue, who's currently level 23, I can have her open this and get some legendaries to kind of like up her item level, make her a little stronger as she is leveling. Now this is not one of those pieces of gear that helps you level faster. This is more so just kind of a power boost based on, I guess, your level. So that is something you can do when it comes to helping out your alts, if you want to do that.
My eyes can only watch so much.
Is something wrong?
The great axe of the Oxen tribe has gone missing from the forge, stolen by swift hands. It is an heirloom of Raykor, War Master of Change. Its edge claimed countless demons upon Ariat, yet showed no wear. Its craft matched its keeper. The Triune has tried to take it before, cubs looking to prove their worth. They learned their place, but remain persistent. We've seen them hiding around the ruins on the southern coast. If they have the axe, it's sure to be there.
By the way, I think she's the one you talked to for the Barbarian class quest. Why would the Triune steal Raykor's axe?
Demon blood stains the axe from haft to head. The blood of fiends who fed on children of Ariat. I'm sure it intrigues them, draws them to worship, like all things foul and profane.
Tell me about Raykor.
A barbarian of great deeds. An Oxen war master who stood taller than all others. She freed us from the Samaran, and proved the strength of a warrior who would not kneel.
Every day I hear of a new threat in our lands.
What of it? Our gates and people are strong.
Arrogance is what topples cities.
Just look at Troy. I mean, even in the movie they showcase this. The amount of arrogance that they had was part of their downfall.
The cannibal attacks have people frightened, and fear is good for business.
Are these weapons barbarian made?
Are you telling customers that barbarians made those sharpie swords of yours?
It's only when I'm struggling with sales.
You know, friend, if you are caught, they'll cut off those sly hands.
You look troubled.
5 times. 5 times this month, those brigands have plundered incoming caravans. I care little for the stolen gold and spices, but those vultures take the food as well. Now those knaves gorge on our food while I watch my children waste away. Please, if you can recover any supplies, I'll personally see that your coin purse is filled.
Trust me, it's more than filled right now. I've got millions of gold in it. You don't need to share more with me. Let me grab these real quick. There we go. Just a bit more of a boost now that she's level 50. 8% more XP and some stronger buffs. I guess we'll go ahead and use this one for now. And then we'll use the stronger ones from here on out.
Can we never have peace? Shouting and cursing all night.
They should run him out of town.
I wonder who they're talking about.
When can we go home? Cat Bardu smells like smoke. The food is too salty, and yak fur is itchy.
Shush. This is home now.
Are you in a hurry to leave?
Nosy, are we? I'm heading south to start training as a mason. My mentor says that we can be of great help to the people there. If you're interested in helping some people, find Lakrin in Alzuda.
Well, he's still breathing.
He is lucky to be.
Really, Lorath? What happened here?
That old man there, he claims to be Horadrim, but he drinks like an ox.
He came to town days ago, looking for a servant of the demon Lilith. A pale man. It seems he didn't like what he found.
I see. I will take it from here.
Who are you?
He and I met in the Fractured Peaks. I saw his pale man in a vision, if you can believe it.
Enough. He's yours. Just keep away from the bottle, both of you.
So, I was curious about something. I decided to look it up. I was curious why they use the phrase, drinks like an ox. Apparently that is one of old traditional phrases in the Japanese language, apparently. It looks like it has to do with 5 phrases to celebrate the Year of the Ox. Which is, drink like an ox, eat like a horse. 9 oxen, 1 hare. Rooster's beak, ox behind. Tactics of an ox's pace. And sweating ox filling to the roof. Because I was curious, where does the phrase drink like an ox come from, and why would that be the phrase? Apparently that might have to do with why. That may be the reason why. Because I was just very curious, but apparently it's an old Japanese phrase. Alright, Lorath, wake up. Sober up, pal.
Oh, bloody damn hells, what do you want?
You told me to meet you here, Lorath. Remember?
Of course I remember. I'm just surprised you're not dead. Hand me that bottle.
What happened to you?
I was attacked, obviously, by vast quantities of alcohol, wielded by my own treacherous hand. There may also have been a brawl with the goats over this patch of mud, but I like to think I triumphed.
Lorath, who is the Pale Man?
The Pale Man was Horadrim.
Horadrim? Then you must know him.
I thought I did, once. His name is Elias. He was my apprentice. He was the one who brought Lilith to Sanctuary. It's possible that I did not take the news very well.
What must we do then?
Find him. Figure out what he's done. And then kill him. Listen. There's a woman here someplace. She has some messages we'll need. And I'm of no use to anyone right now. Could you find her? Enough time has been wasted.
Gee, I wonder
Check her
why.
on the inn. Ask if she's heard from the Orbe Monastery.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, time does get wasted when you are getting drunk and passing out. Just saying, dude. So, Tekrin, Lorath sent me. Have you heard from the Orbe Monastery?
No word from Orbe. Same as yesterday and the day before. But I have something else. Rumor has it a pale man passed through the Abaru Canyon some time ago. Fearsome fellow, dressed in black. After Lorath's performance last night, I wager he'll want to know.
His performance? He didn't get up and start doing a song and dance on the tables, did he? So, I have some news from the Fractured Peaks.
Inarius' stupidity never ceases to amaze. Had he not murdered Rathma, Lilith might have been stopped, but now? Now she has the key to hell. We can assume she'll be looking for a door.
Also, I bore witness to Lilith's evil in Skazglen.
Oh, Donan. The poor fool never could have guessed that Lilith would come for Astaroth, let alone offer his boy to it. But what does she buy in return? Astaroth hails from the realm of hatred, same as she. Perhaps she left something at home.
I mean, she mentioned safe passage, so I can probably guess what that means. So she had no messages, but...
Strange. I wrote to the Orbe Monastery the day I arrived. The abbot should have replied by now.
Tekrin spoke of a rumor. A pale man seen near the canyons.
The canyons? Why didn't you say so? We go at once. Ugh, but we can't leave Orbe unchecked. Sod it. I'm off to the canyons. You can meet me there or go to the monastery. You seem reliable thus far. Do not prove me wrong.
Obviously, Lorath is not exactly including us in the same category as, say, the Nephilim he encountered in 3. At least not yet. To him, we're just some random wanderer. He doesn't see us on the same power level as the Nephilim from 3. Which, let's be honest, we're not. But we are we're kind of on the same level as the ones from 2. The ones from 2 were not as strong as the ones from 3, but I would say the characters we play in 2 and 4 are on equal power, and then of course 3 we played absurdly powerful Nephilim. What did you want with the monastery?
The scholars of Orbe devote their lives to the study of forbidden knowledge. To serve the light, we must know the darkness, or some other silly platitude. I wrote to the abbot seeking insights on Lilith. His silence is most unusual. The man never misses a chance to speak.
And why would Elias summon Lilith?
Is he insane, you mean? Elias was an exceptional mage. He would plunge through fire and shite in search of the truth, and very often found it. Whatever truth he has found in Lilith, only he can say the why of it.
By the way, just a little tidbit. If you guys go back to the first part of this playthrough and rewatch that cinematic, the announcement cinematic that starts the game, I want you to pay attention or look over Elias and notice anything unusual. It's something I noticed when I was rewatching it, recording it for this playthrough, because I know what happens in the story. And let's just say I noticed something, and I was like, huh, that's a nice little attention to detail by those who were making the cinematic, knowing about the story and where it would go. But let's just say, like, there's a little extra attention to detail, which, of course, that's nothing unusual when it comes to that, right? So let's go here real quick. For 2 of these. I do like this in-lore explanation for this. Excuse me. This land is soaked in blood. What's happening here?
So you feel it too. Hatred. Boiling just beneath the surface of this wretched place. I offer what shelter I can here, but we are never far from Mephisto's influence. His temptations. Heed my warning. Hatred is a poison you drink to kill someone else. It will tear you apart, as surely as your enemies. Light protect you in these dark days.
So that's the in-lore reason and explanation for why we have PvP here. You'll notice this right here. This is part of the currency you can actually get in this zone. But this is the zone where PvP is allowed. Again, the in-lore explanation is because this land is covered in hatred from Mephisto. It causes us to be affected by hatred, and therefore that's why we fight the other players, because we're so filled with hatred, we turn on each other. It's a cool little in-lore explanation. I like it. I like that there's an actual explanation in the story as to why we have PvP. How can I help rebuild Sanctuary?
We start with one brick at a time. That is my belief. And with great works come even greater rewards. Meet us at the Lost Monument to start rebuilding this world.
I mean, rebuilding this whole world is going to take quite a long time. Just saying. Oh, hello. Why are you out here alone?
I have the worst luck. We cast lots for this shift and I lost again. Barely made it back alive last time. The pay is high, but what good is coin if the undead make a meal of me?
What can we do?
I don't have a solution for the corpses. I just want a quiet shift. If you can give me that, I'll give you half my pay.
Why are there so many undead here?
I don't know how they originally came to be. Same as anywhere else, I suppose. All I know is the old Zakarum marched it piss all to quell their numbers. Added to them, in fact. No one has tried to get rid of them since.
I must wait a moment.
So I mentioned how I found a video. That's because I was checking out some videos, double checking about some possible builds that you can do. And there's like a few different variations, especially when it comes to werewolf. Like there's the Stormwolf build, which is a combination of werewolf along with lightning talents, or storm talents for the druid. And then there's the toxic werewolf, which is of course focused on werewolf and lots of poison, which as you can imagine also includes the creeper. The poison creeper, not the werewolf buddies. There is, however, a kind of a pack leader build that you can go with, which kind of involves, you know, werewolf and using wolf companions.
I need more spirit.
Again, we're not really going for some kind of like ideal build for this, because we're just leveling through the campaign. This is not like end game stuff we're doing here. So we're just kind of doing our own thing here because, you know, it's just a story. We're just kind of like doing whatever. It's not like we're going to actually need some of that top level builds. That's something that I would personally have to think about and deal with when I get my druid to the end game. And there's a treasure goblin.
It is done.
Alright. Whoops. Let's see. I believe Tornado is also one of those that kind of like is incorporated into the Storm Wolf build from what I recall seeing. Oh, another goblin.
I must wait a moment. I do not have enough spirit. I must wait a moment.
Ooh, casting a storm skill grants your earth skills more critical strike damage. I imagine that's good if you're looking to go with a combination of earth and storm as a druid. If I ever get around to the day where I make an extra druid on my roster, probably because this is going to be like my main that I stick with like shapeshifting as either werebear or werewolf. And I'll probably use the other one to just mess around with learning and seeing how the storm and earth talents work out in that regard. So it looks like this one is go into the dungeon. Investigate the crypt below the monument. Ah, okay. Let's go also retrieve the axe before we go into a dungeon. But we may have to also go retrieve, go into the axe to get the dungeon. Or, I said that wrong. We may have to go into the dungeon to retrieve the axe. Easy for me to say. Dyslexia is a horrible disease. As Robin Williams once jokingly said.
I'm out of spirit.
Oh, another goblin. Oh, I also found out you can go ahead and utilize this aspect with the dire werewolf aspect as well, because it does apply to the dire werewolf thing. It like combines with it, so it increases the duration and critical strikes, which, considering the amount of critical strike damage you're going for as a werewolf, yeah, you can see why that's actually would work out well. I haven't incorporated that yet, but it does sound like a good idea. It was actually recommended in the dire werewolf build, which is recommended for tier 4 torment, but then again, that was a build that was recommended a year ago when this game first came out. The undead have been cleared for now.
You return! Just in time for the end of my shift. It's been quiet here, thanks to you. Here's your coin.
51. Let's go ahead and focus on getting the legendary node first before I fill this out. Let's see. Even more side quests here.
Olga is at it again, disrupting our ancestors in a foolish attempt to appease the grinning one. Senseless shrew.
So what's for sale?
Overripe fruit, half price. Still waiting on a fresh shipment.
Overripe, huh? Ugh. Your father asked me to check on you.
Of course he did. He never trusted us to do anything on our own. My brother Kada is out selling our goods to a camp north of here if you must check on him. Oh, and if he's in the middle of a sale, don't interrupt him!
Huh. The grinning one?
An ancient entity, once worshipped by our ancestors. Long forgotten, and for good reason. Ogai seeks its secrets, and its attention. Digging through our sacred urns, like a child to sweets. There's no limit to that hermit's delusion.
Uh-huh.
They brought Taiji down from the gate. You want to see him?
I've seen enough corpses on this trip. Keiji-san had better be worth it.
Is something wrong?
Yes, Gan! That thieving Sty squatter ran off with my precious Tuji! That goat was like a son to me. He had a smile to melt all troubles. Now Gan's taken him to Karayisu, beyond my reach. Oh, Tuji.
Actually, but while we're here...
Stop your drooling! I'm spicing meat for storage, not for sale.
My skill is unmatched. You'll see.
I'm sorry, Sorga, but I'm not sending anyone again. Be at peace with his body recovered.
Peace? I wonder if you would feel the same if this were your child.
Ancestors keep you.
What was that about?
My boy, the young die and the old linger on. When will it end? I want every spider in the barrens exterminated. I know not if they feel, if their queen would feel this same anguish if she lost her brood. Regardless, I want it done. Bring me their queen's heart!
Sure. Exterminate spiders? You got it! Let us return the axe. I retrieved the great axe. It was damaged by the Triune.
Decades with our War Master, not a scratch. Days with the Triune, shattered. Disgraceful. The haft is destroyed, and the head will fracture before it reaches any bone. It must be repaired. Raykor's glory returned to its edge. I require a demon's horn to reforge the head. A fiend hardened by fire, like those found within the eastern crags. Silver quartz will mend the haft. It's a rare find within the caves to the north. Bring them to me, and we will show the Triune that Oxencraft endures.
I pay you to fight, not to fall back and hide with the beggars! You said this job would be easy. Killing cannibals is not easy!
Imagine doing this before you get your horse. Remember, when you first start off, you don't get a horse until Act 4. So going through this the first time without a horse was just a pain because of how large the map is, you know? Hold on. Looks like I gotta go this way, actually.
Too quiet. Speak to me! Tell me your secrets!
Ogai, what are you doing?
These wretched dead keep their secrets silent. Rotting bones. Useless liars. They were privileged to know the Grinning One. Receive its gifts. Unworthy! All of you! I've collected their dust. Sniffed it deep. But no answers. No words. Only headaches. The dust of weaker beings. Unfitting the Grinning One. Maybe you can find proper bones. Yes, yes. Bring me their dust. Break the silence. Don't sniff the dust yourself. Too dangerous. Only Ogai has strength for its knowledge. Strength for
You're inhaling bone dust?
The dead have no lips, yes? No tongue? Dust carries voice, carries secrets. Unworthy dust carries headaches.
The Grinning One?
The Old One. Bringer of bliss eternal. When I saw its smile, nothing else mattered. I felt it, heard its whisper. But then, silence. More visits, more silence. But I know it can speak. No, these dead have heard its words. I too will know. Will speak with the Grinning One. Prove Ogai is worthy!
Uh-huh. Ugh. Though time-worn you endure, before your colorful kin I say, yes, I keep our traditions.
It is locked.
Ugh, I'm out of whispering keys.
I'm out of spirit.
Hold on. I can fix that. I have more than enough to get a ton of whispering keys. There we go, 20 keys. That should be fine.
I'm not ready yet.
we get separated. My friends were cut down. I won't last on my own. I can't take anymore!
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I'm low on spirit. I must wait a moment.
Thank you, Wanderer. Without you, I'd be dead. I think I can manage from here. Oh, please, take this.
I guess we only need to get a few bone dust samples, so because we can already turn it into him. So here you go, here's your bone dust.
I do not have enough spirit.
Yes! Worthy dust! The secrets are here! Okay, come.
I like how they're standing there waiting for us to finish talking.
Yes. Yes. The grinning. It reaches out to me. I just need to. So close.
Gesundheit. Only the worthy earn the grinning one's attention, prove themselves. Now they know true happiness, their bliss boundless, the old one's eternal gift. The old one's eternal gift?
That's it! That's what I heard! Prove your worth before me and receive my eternal gift. The grinning one guides me. Ogai is worthy! No. No. Not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Come. Come to the shrine of the Old One. See its majesty with your own eyes. See Ogai prove his worth.
Uh-huh. Huh, there's the direwolf aspect. I found a hint about how to honor the customs of the steppes. Though time-worn, you endure. Before your colorful kin, I say, yes, I keep our traditions. Alright, I think this one involves an emote.
Greetings.
I love that it makes me pet my puppy.
Thank you.
Hold on. Ugh. When you're not sure what to do, easy. Just look it up. Keeping the old traditions. Once you reach the statue, you'll need to emote in front of it. The name of the emote you'll need to use for this quest is actually inside the riddle. Yes. I don't have it equipped.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I also love it when it involves an emote you don't even have equipped, so you're having to figure out, like, oh gosh, wait, why aren't any of my emotes working? And they realize, oh, that's because I don't have them all equipped for some reason. Let's hop up here and go ahead and grab those two. I told you guys earlier we'd be doing, like, as many of the side quests as I can find. I want to show them off to you, even though some of them are not really worth getting and using. Hold on. I don't want to use those anymore. Let's go ahead and use that one. More resource, because I'm sure some of you are getting tired of hearing her say, like, oh, I need more spirit.
Kaida, I can't just lie here. They have to be avenged. I can still fight.
Ancestors help me. If you move an inch, I'll break your legs.
What's the problem?
Wonderful. Now outsiders witness your wailing. Ignore my brother, please. The chieftain ordered him to rest, and he grows impatient.
I've had enough rest to last a lifetime. I can stand.
The cannibals maimed him. Ancestors were watching over him because the others were unrecognizable. I await the day I can avenge them twofold. But the living takes precedence. If you would kill the cannibals, it would ease both of our spirits.
Kill cannibals? You got it. What's happened here?
Mongrel flesh-eaters see our shame, our weakness, and gnaw at our wounds. Seasons against the cannibals have left scars deeper than the flesh. There is no glory in torture, no reward in a slow death. Now some of my most battle-scarred warriors have gone missing. Only blood marks their trail. I do not believe they are dead. They would not go so quietly.
So, does the tribe fight alone? Where are the other tribes?
They will not aid betrayers. My kin are marked by dishonor. We carry the shame of our ancestor Neelathok. His cowardice stood before his pride when facing Baal beneath the mountain. Crane tribe's honor fell with Ariat, as did our place among the tribes. We fight alone, as we must.
So you guys remember Neelathok, right? Neelathok was the necromancer who kidnapped one of the tribe there in Lord of Destruction and basically helped Baal reach the World Stone. So because of him, they had to pay for it. Because they just happen to be part of the same tribe. What gives the cannibals their strength?
I've never let one live long enough to ask. They feed on those they conquer and consume their own given the chance. Even mad beasts hold more honor.
I've never really been in favor of the idea that because of the actions of one, others need to pay for it. Like, they had nothing to do with what Neelathok decided to do. So why should they have to pay for it?
What is this?
It's an amulet.
I'm not ready yet.
It's like, well, it's a conduit shrine, so may as well use it, right?
I'm not ready yet.
I hate those wasps. These guys right here, these hornets, I hate these things so much. In 3, they were one of my least favorite enemies because those little bugs they shoot out, they hurt. And guess what? They hurt in this game too. Encountering them in, like, nightmare dungeons, oh my gosh, they are painful. Especially when you're playing a melee class like I am on my barbarian. They're not so bad when you have, say, minions like werewolves, which, by the way, apparently I've heard that the minion build for the necromancer is now even stronger to the point where people are saying it's broken because our new little pets, our little puppies, they now count as minions. So apparently, anything that involves minions now makes the necromancer even stronger if we have the pet. Who'd have guessed, huh?
By the oak. I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet.
Doing my part, helping kill a bunch of cannibals. Look, let's be honest. We're making this place... this is a better place. Ew. Just ew. But I guess me saying ew about, you know, this area is like, well, it's kind of redundant at this point, you know? It's like, well, of course it's ew. It's a Diablo game. Why wouldn't there be ew, you know? The Cannibal's Hold. I don't think that has to do with the quest, but I guess we may as well just check to be sure. I'm just looking to see if I can find... Because we've got 2 different quests in here. We've got Search for the Missing Barbarians. And we've also got Search for Kata. And they're both supposed to be in this area. And I'm like, let's see. Oh, there's Kata. The body is dressed in robes, identical to Orden's large chunks of flesh that have been brutally torn off, but the contents of his bags remain untouched.
Oh, soul.
I'm sorry, Kata. Hi?
Over here!
I'm not ready yet.
Over here!
Leave him alone!
Help! I beg you!
this.
Earth augments.
I need more
Oh, they all respawned because we went to the cellar. Still trying to find these missing barbarians. But then again, we had to like hover over our mouse over there to actually see in order to, you know, actually progress the quest. So we may have to do the same thing with the other ones. Which, can I just say that's one of the frustrating parts about some of the quests in this game is that some of them it's like, oh, you just wander by them and it acknowledges it and counts it, but other times you have to make sure to stop and actually hover your mouse over something in order to actually see it and be like, oh, and then click on it, you know? Oh, jeez Louise. Ugh. I'm sorry, I got really tired of seeing all the decapitated horses in this game. If you like horses, don't play this game. Because Blizzard, or at least the Diablo 4 dev team, apparently don't like horses. Because they don't treat them very nicely in this game. Point. More willpower. You see what I mean about this frustration? It's like we're going over this whole area and we apparently can't find what are supposed to be the missing barbarian and now we finally come up here and it's like, oh, okay, now we have to find this one corpse here and click on it in order for it to acknowledge it. Torn flesh and bite marks riddle the corpse. Jaw agape, they express both surprise and terror. Anyways. Let's go kill some spiders, shall we? Yay. Because there's nothing I love doing more than going to fight a bunch of gigantic spiders.
I'm out of spirit.
Oh, this place looks lovely, doesn't it? Apparently, a lot of these are probably being affected by the blood of hatred that's seeping out in this area from Mephisto. Now, you're probably going, wait a minute, isn't Mephisto dead? Well, we did kill him in 2, but let's remember, they don't exactly stay dead in this setting. And it's been quite a few years since the events of Diablo 2. So it's very likely that Mephisto is, perhaps making his way back, and it's starting to affect Sanctuary, because of course it would. Wow, I think my werewolf companions just straight up one-shot that queen there. They just immediately killed her. Alright, let's go turn these two up here first, and then we'll travel down here and turn these in.
I need time to do that.
Your fallen warriors have been avenged. I slew many cannibals.
The outsider succeeded where I failed. I will wear this dishonor forever.
Don't be foolish. There is no shame in injury. Ugh, stop touching it!
I can't help it.
It probably itches. So why is the tribe settled here?
That is a painful tale. Before known history, the children of Bolcathos protected the steppes, all to be undone by one coward. The clans scattered after Ariad's destruction. Many of those clans do not exist anymore. I hope our deeds now help redeem us.
Tell me what you know of the cannibal tribes.
Some were barbarians once, long ago before we lost our way. I hesitate to call them warriors now. Years of consuming flesh has rotted their minds. Nothing more than rabid beasts.
Again, I don't think these people should have to pay for what Neelathok did. That's just my opinion.
You return with more blood on your lips than your blade. Explain yourself. Now.
I found the missing barbarians. They turned to cannibalism.
We watched them, learned from them. They consume flesh to take the strength of those who are weak. To carry them inside them. Their strength, their honor.
Honor?
Yes, as we carry our ancestors with...
Honor is with those who die with blade held high. Only a beast would see them as a meal.
But by eating them, we honor...
You have no honor!
She just straight up did the "This is Sparta!" Although she might as well have said, "This is Sanctuary!"
It seems we've lost more than flesh against the cannibals. We've forgotten who we are. Forgotten the sacrifices our ancestors made when faced with certain defeat. The pride of rising beyond yourself. If we are to have any chance against the cannibals, we must remember the glory of our ancestors. Those who died so that we may live. Meet me at the burial grounds of our ancestors. We will return the spears of the Crane tribe to the hands of their children. The symbols of the honored dead will rally the strength of the living.
Ancestors' sacrifices?
Since the Great Betrayal, Crane tribe has only known hardship and sacrifice. I honor my kin through my strength. When a demon had my arm in its jaws, only my warriors mattered. I slammed its maw down and returned to my kin. Nothing would keep me from their side. I returned to take its skull as fair exchange, but never to cover what I lost. No scar holds greater pride.
I'm sorry, but Kada's dead. He was slain by cannibals.
Oh, gods! Kada! No! No! He didn't even want to come out here, you know. He wanted to stay with Father in Kedbardu. But I pressured him. Told him I would protect him.
I'm so sorry.
I'll have to tell Father. How can I possibly break his heart twice?
I'm sorry. So where are you headed?
Blessed Akarat, spirits of the sands, grant my wagon safe passage.
Cannibal I killed had this amulet.
This must have belonged to a traveler. I'll put it here with the other offerings. May it keep others safe on their journeys.
Bastard eaters. Carved my brother like a side of pork.
Light a candle for him, and go to bed.
What can you tell me of Jirandai?
It's the safest town this side of the steppes. Good bones. Built on the shoulders of the old empire. You and your coin are most welcome here.
What of the cannibals?
The brutes make a little noise, but our mercenaries are the best in the business. They'll have it sorted out very soon.
Sure. I've killed the Spider Queen. Here is her heart as proof.
Thank you. I should not have sent you there. Forgive my anger. Perhaps no one else will die there now.
Oh, I'm sure finding an oppressor won't be that hard. I'm sure that they're just all over the place, right? Goblin! Ooh, I love the damage that my werewolf buddies do.
We demand blood.
Not ready yet. I'm low on spirit. I must wait a moment.
Why is that third werewolf always bugged? He's either always stuck in the ground or up in the air. Yeah, I think this new patch has some bugs that needs to fix.
I'm not ready yet.
Now let's see, where is that oppressor? Oh, hey, there's one. Here we go. Got it. Now we have to go into there for some silver quartz, apparently. So let's see. Stolen supplies from bandits in the grasslands, huh? Aha! Oh, looks like bandits won't be hard to find in this area. Apparently they're just all over the place. And some of them will just pop up out of nowhere because, hey! Someone we could steal stuff from! Let's get them!
I'm not ready yet.
Even though they're not guaranteed drops, it's nice when you see a whole bunch of them drop at amongst the big group, you know? Look at that, we're already at 17 out of 20.
I'm not ready yet.
There we go. I know this kind of became a side quest video. We will continue the main story, I promise. We'll probably do that in the next part. Here's the food I could recover.
The supplies. Bless you. We all pitched in and scrounged up a proper reward for you. It's yours.
You guys didn't have to do that. Alright, so we've now got, it looks like 3 different, because we'll have to go speak with him near the dungeon. The Grinning Labyrinth. Actually, it looks like we've got 4 different dungeon side quests here. We got another one over here. So let's go ahead and check on this one really quick, and then we'll cut it off. And then the next part we'll actually go continue the main story. And then we'll probably also go ahead and do some of the side quests. Speaking of which, let's pick this one up. Is there a problem?
3 workers fled in the night, and by the sound of morale, more are behind them. They say the mine is cursed. Maybe it is, but we've a job to finish. Old superstitions say Khazra bones ward against curses. I've never put much stock in old wives' tales, but if it keeps folk from fleeing, I'll wear them myself, huh? I have no men to go hunting, but I have coin. It's yours if you collect some bones.
I like how he was like, oh, excuse me. Pardon me. I found 2G. Goblin!
Must wait a moment.
Bloodstained letter. My bright ray, I received your last letter from Alzuda, and the gold you sent. I wish you would give up this mercenary life and come home. Having you here is a greater blessing than gold. I've kept little Tuya safe. Crude doll. Let's return the body. You know what I think I might start doing? Any more treasure bags I get to drop on this character, I think I'm just going to go ahead and put in my stash. And I'll leave those for, like, my other alts that I haven't really done much with. Mainly my rogue, as well as my sorcerer. My necromancer does not need them, because she's already also, like, level 51, along with my druid here. But my rogue and sorcerer, they could use them. I found Tuji. I'm sorry.
No, he's not dead. Tuji always goes into a deep sleep after he gorges on salt. It's his favorite treat. Though, where did he get so much salt from? His smile is as wide as his belly.
Uh-huh. Let's take the doll back. Are you Tuya?
Did my father send you? He never responded to my last letter, and I've been worried.
This is yours.
My doll. Father kept it. We argued just before I left. He felt it was too dangerous becoming a mercenary. But so was mining in that area. I was going to come home after I'd saved up enough gold to move him somewhere nicer. Somewhere he didn't have to work so hard. Thank you for returning this to me.
You're welcome. Okay, so I think we did plenty of side questing here. So we have a few side quests that are having us go into dungeons, but we'll go ahead and hold off on that for now. When we return, we actually will go ahead and continue. Let's go check out what's going on with the monastery and the abbot before we go meet up with Lorath. So stay tuned.